I'm currently teaching summer school, and I currently have the opportunity to teach anything that I want. And I thought, man, this would be great. I had it all worked out, and I was hoping for great results. But reality snuck in, man, and it turned out to be an epic failure. Failure. Thanks for the reminder, Don. Well, let me tell you what happened. But before we get into the story, let's roll that intro. This year for summer school, we had a unique opportunity, and that was the district came to us and said, hey, here's the deal. We got some extra funding, and besides doing your normal credit recovery, helping students make up classes they missed, we have a special opportunity for you student or for your teachers, and what that is, you can choose any kind of enrichment program you want to teach the students. And so I thought long and hard. I thought, man, what could I teach the students? And the only guidelines they gave us is make sure it's something that would keep the students' attention, that would captivate them and draw them into your class. And so I thought, what could I teach to? What could I bring to the table that students be interested in learning? And I came to me. And what I came up was how to start a YouTube channel.
YouTube?
Yeah, you bet, YouTube. I mean, I hear all the time throughout the school year, hey, what do you want to do when you get older? Oh, I want to be famous. I want to be a famous YouTuber. And that came up so often. That's what students said they wanted to do. And so I thought, man, maybe I can share with students my journey so far creating a YouTube channel. I've been doing this 5-6 months. I could share with them what I've done so far and give them some of the knowledge I've learned, some of the tricks of trade I learned, some of the things I've learned, and I thought they would love it. So I started planning. I probably put, I don't know how many hours into the planning. Oh, I gotta tell you, I probably put maybe 2 full days of planning this, 8 hours and 8 hours just planning what I want my students to get out of it and how I would teach it to them. I started with my classroom. Normally I have rows in my classroom, but I put them into groups thinking this would be perfect. I want them to collaborate. I want them to brainstorm on ideas together. I want them to record each other, help each other out. And so I rearranged my classroom for different groups. So that's one thing I started with. The other thing I had to do was I had to switch out my Chromebooks. I had Chromebooks. I had to switch them out for actual laptops because I need a special editing program that students can work with. So once I record everything, they can put it in the editing program and they can edit their videos. Then I needed to get USBs because the students had to get the information downloaded to a USB drive so they can then put it into the program for editing. And so I ordered a whole bunch of USBs for my students to use for this YouTube channel creation. And then I created my masterpiece. I created what I call the 14-step process for students to create a YouTube channel. I thought long and hard about this. I thought about everything I learned, and I put that together in a 14-step process to make it easily and effective for the students as possible. And so that was another thing I created for this class of how to teach a YouTube channel. I even created a YouTube video documenting how I created lesson plans for this class. I mean, take a look at this thumbnail here that we created. Actually, my daughter created this thumbnail here, and you can see, look at the effort put into that thumbnail. That is a great thumbnail that was ready to go. Unfortunately, I never posted the video because I probably spent a whole week on it, and I was at the very last part of editing, and the whole thing crashed, and I lost everything, so I never posted the video. Now, I should have took that as a sign. I should have took that as a sign the universe was giving me about what was going to happen with this class. So the first day of class comes, and there I am, standing by my door, waiting for the students to come rushing into my class. So we have about 70 students signed up for this summer program, and we'll say about 10 teachers. And so, I felt bad for the other teachers. I'm thinking, man, all these students are going to come to my class to start a YouTube channel, and they're going to be all bored, waiting for some students. So here I am on the first day of class, just standing by the door, peeking out, waiting for students to come. And one by one, they pass my class. And they start going to the other teachers' rooms. But they got Sudoku, they got how to blow things up in science class, they got cooking class going on. What else do they have? Origami, they have CSI. They even have novel reading and writing. Who wants to go to novel reading and writing? Nobody, right? They all want to come to create a YouTube channel. The bell rings, and no one's in my class. no students came to my class. I was expecting this.
Hello, YouTube.
But instead, I got this.
Where are all the other students?
I don't know.
Well then.
So it has been a week since that first day. Now, don't get me wrong, some students have shown up. I mean, overall, here's what we're looking at. Overall, I had a total of 29 students show up at some point in time to my class. One of the things they had to do was get a permission slip from a parent. So they came in, I kind of gave them my spiel about the class, how fun it's going to be, what we're going to do. Gave them permission. I told them we can't do anything else until I get the permission slip back because I have to get the parents okay for this. Out of the 29 permission slips that I gave out to these students, only 8 students actually brought them back. And out of those 8 students, I only really have 2 or 3 that are actively creating a YouTube channel. So what is I expecting to be a great phenomenon that all the kids would come to? The reality is I hardly have any kids actually interested in creating a YouTube channel. So that brings up a question. Where do I go from here? What do I do? I still have another 6 weeks of summer school. I got to figure out something to do. And the first thing I do is be honest with myself, look at the good and the bad. The bad? Hardly anybody wants to create a YouTube channel, or at least they don't want to put the effort into it. The good news is I actually have 3 students that are actually enjoying the class and putting some effort into creating their own channel.
That is such good news!
And that is great news. That's what I wanted. So even though I didn't get as many students as I wanted, at least I have 3 students that definitely find this interesting. So what I do, I go to plan B, and here's plan B. Instead of teaching 6 periods of how to create a YouTube channel, I'm going to cut that down to 2 periods. And then I'm going to introduce 2 periods of how to play chess and then 2 periods of Clash Royale. So that'll take care of my day, and hopefully by doing that, I'll find some new students interested in some of the other classes. And if plan B doesn't work, well, what I do? Well, I go to plan C, Hawaii. Well, no, actually, I won't go to Hawaii. That's just wishful thinking. But I will take a vacation this summer for sure. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tricks of the trade, please click on one of the links above here. And remember, stay zesty.